A South Park writer just set up a website to draft Barron Trump to the war in the Middle East with Iran. And I love this. It has gone incredibly viral. It is so funny. It's draftbarrontrump.com, and it says, America is strong because its leaders are strong. Trump proves that every day. Naturally, his son Barron is more than ready to defend the country his father so boldly commands. Service is honor, strength is inherited. Dog bless Barron. They also include an About Us section that says, this site is dedicated to honoring the strongest and bravest voices in war. When power is projected abroad, it is only right that strength exists at home. If you're looking at proven genes, inherited courage, and unquestionable resolve, look no further than the Trump family. Leadership starts somewhere.
A hashtag is exploding online. Hashtag #SendBarron. It started as satire, but is now fueling a heated debate about war, politics, and responsibility. After rising tensions between the United States and Iran, social media users launched a viral campaign suggesting that Barron Trump should join the military if the conflict expands. The trend appeared after comments from Donald Trump about not ruling out the possibility of deploying US ground troops if necessary. A satirical website called Draft Barron Trump began circulating online, posting fictional quotes and parody content about sending the president's son into military service.
There should be a law that says if you're in the position to send our troops into harm's way, if you have a vote of any kind or any part of the decision-making process, and you support the troops going into battle, your kids have to sign up and serve.
But people all across America are now calling to send Barron Trump to Iran to fight in the war that his father started. The post with 5 million views and 270,000 likes says Barron Trump is almost 20 years old, 6'7", and very healthy. He needs to be at the front lines in Iran. And another popular meme was created that said, do your part, send Barron.
Hey guys, apparently a bunch of liberals are really pissed off that Barron can't join the military. Apparently he's too tall. And there are a lot of reasons why people cannot get into the military. I tried to join as a single mom, and I had to get a waiver for that, and I had to get a waiver for a couple of other things. And by the way, I voluntarily signed up at the age of 26. I did not want to join when I was younger, and that's one of the beauties of being in America now. We're not forced to join, and the military isn't for everyone. And so the same liberals that are protesting this war want to send Trump's son off, to fight this war. It makes no sense. They're hypocrites, and I guarantee you that most of them have no one in their family that is serving, for the most part, nor would they serve because they hate America. They are hypocrites, and it's disgusting.
So apparently we're not allowed to talk about Barron enlisting in the military to fight his father's war. Can't talk about Barron. I made a video an hour ago, only 12 views. Only 12 views. Why, TikTok? Why are you suppressing videos of Barron Trump? Because he should be joining the military. His father started this war. His father is going to be sending our children to war. Why isn't Barron allowed to be talked about regarding going to war?
No one realized that within just 24 hours after Trey Parker called for Barron Trump to join the military, Donald Trump quickly took 3 actions to protect Barron from potential military conflict. As the controversy over military conscription continued to spread online, attention gradually shifted to the young Barron Trump. In response to the dispute, Donald Trump reacted within 24 hours. First, he issued a public statement strongly condemning the remarks, arguing that involving young people in political satire is an abuse of free speech, and demanded that media platforms review content that may violate broadcasting standards. Second, Trump sought a medical exemption for Barron through medical certification. The U.S. Army has a maximum height requirement of about 6 feet 8 inches, while Barron is approximately 6 feet 9 inches tall. Therefore, the send Barron to the military movement is likely to fail. Finally, Trump strengthened Barron's security protection measures. The Secret Service upgraded Barron's protection level to around-the-clock coverage, citing wartime security risks, ensuring that he would not participate in any procedures related to conscription.
People online started calling for Barron Trump to be drafted into the military, but the movement quickly ran into an unexpected problem. A new hashtag began trending on social media, urging former President Donald Trump to send his son Barron to the front lines. The campaign didn't stay limited to tweets. Soon, an entire website appeared called draftbarrontrump.com. The site was reportedly created by former South Park writer Toby Morton. Its message suggested that strong leaders should be willing to have their own families defend the country as well.
This is so great. Former South Park writer Toby Morton just created this website calling for the government to draft Barron Trump. Do you agree? Should 19-year-old Barron Trump be drafted into Trump's war?
Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm trusting that you're all doing well today and welcome to the channel. So guys, Americans currently are breathing fire, but hold up, I do understand where they're coming from. So currently, when Trump opened war within USA and Iran, so basically military is going to be sent to Iran to fight on behalf of Israel. I think so. So there's this writer who apparently created a whole website that now they're asking Donald Trump to send his son Barron Trump to fight the war in Iran, because you're recruiting people and people are mad because you're going to send people's husband, you're going to send people's kids, you're going to send a lot of people. And we've seen that there were militaries who were actually murdered, and that was so painful to watch, because you are sending people to fight the fight that doesn't even concern you, the fight that doesn't even concern a nation, because Iran did not attack USA. And I'm asking myself, why is Trump so invested in this? And why does he want to be part of this war so bad? So ladies and gentlemen, I had explained this in my prior video. If you check my videos, you will see that I definitely talked about why Trump would be interested in engaging into the UAE fight. And this is because we know what happens in the UAE. We know that these countries are some of the, there are these countries that provide us with oil. And what do I mean? Like, when the surplus is low, especially when you're talking about oil and fuel, nothing is going to happen. Everything is going to spike so high. So to Trump, this is an opportunity for him to conquer. And he's dealing with a conquer and divide rule that we all know. So Trump wants to be into this so that he can be able to conquer and have some part of it. Yeah, as we all know, I don't know if Americans are still going to vote him for the next time, but he pretty much knows that he's going home. So this is it, guys. Americans have spike concerns, and most of them are agitated. They're asking Trump, okay, you started this war, why don't you send your son? Put your son into the front line so that he can be able to go and fight, just like other youths who are in military. Stop sending our children. And ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you for a fact that this is what happened, not even in the United States alone. I'm so glad that the United States of America is really vocal about this, something that has not been happening in the African countries. So the Haiti fight, the president of Kenya decided to send our military people there to fight. And it's not like this guy doesn't have kids. He has kids. He has like about three boys or rather, but they're not able to send their kids to fight. They're sending our kids, they're sending our brothers, they're sending our friends, they're sending our fathers to fight. And this comes to desperation again. The cost of living, like when you're looking at it and you're like, I'm going to get money and I'm going to support my family and all that. But I'm like, to what compensation? You can never compensate life, guys. You can never. Life is something that I believe you can never compensate it, however much you are something valuable to the government, but your family is going to be left alone once you've been murdered into that war, or rather those wars. We see this happening in most countries in Africa as well, where the political elites, the political parties, the governing space rather would really sacrifice its citizens for the military to go to fight a fight, or rather a war that doesn't really concern them. And I'm like, what do you guys gain over it? So I know this is some concern, and it's high time that we call on these people. And we've seen that Trump has really reacted. Like, it didn't even take him 2 minutes to react. And his argument is like, we are looking at the height, the medical condition. We're looking like, come on. So you have a minute to respond to something that touches your family. But then again, when it's something that touches the citizens, the normal citizen, the common citizen, you don't have nothing to say about it. You started this war. So I'm just with the Americans and I am like, you know what, Trump, you started this war. So you gotta finish it. If you wanna send your son there, we are up for it. Put him into the front line. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Yvonne, just in case you're new here. To my returning subscribers, to my day one, thank you so much for coming along. I appreciate it. And to my new subscribers, you are welcome to being part of my online family. Please remember to subscribe. Until next time.